Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Hole Printing Inc. In today's very exciting video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to do your end of night routine with your DTF commercial printer. Now this is the first ever video I've ever made on my channel about these big format printers. I have a Yuxanda DTF printer with 4 heads, so doing the nighttime daily maintenance is very important. You guys might remember with these smaller DTF printers, we actually do the maintenance in the morning. We still need to do a maintenance in the morning, and I will show you guys in the future video on how to do your morning maintenance on your DTF commercial printer. But in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys step by step on your nighttime daily routine with these big DTF printers. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up your printer, and you just want to move your cart by clicking this button right here. As you can see, it moved. And now we're just going to do something like this. So as we can see, we have a few things to clean. We have this plate over here, and we're also going to move our cart and take a look underneath the carriage, and we got this part to clean. So there's not a particular step that you guys need to follow in order. You guys can go ahead and do the steps as you please. In this example, I'm going to start with this corner over here, and then I'm going to move on to the plates, and at the end I'm going to take a look at the carriage. So I'm going to explain a bit what I'm going to be doing, and I'll do a time lapse to show you guys what it is, but it's very, very straightforward, guys. The only thing you want to do basically is you want to clean the surface here. The 4 surfaces, or how, if you have like 5 heads, 2 heads, 1 head, whatever the case may be, you want to clean around here, right? And you want to clean on the sides here. You want to clean the squeegee, top, sides, and bottom. And then you want to clean the plates, and you want to clean underneath the carriage. Now to clean the excess, what I like to do is I have a bunch of Kleenex I use to just, you know, wipe off nozzle fluid. So this is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and just pass on the squeegee and pass a few times just to remove the big excess, especially underneath here, guys. Like so. I'm going to go around and do this. As you can see, it's a dirty job. I'm going to repeat this step a few times with the Kleenexes I have laying around. Again, I didn't blow my nose in these Kleenex. These are simply Kleenex that were laying around because I had to remove nozzle fluid from my print heads to make sure they don't burn. So I'm just removing the excess as so, and trying to get everything off. And then you can also use the side, make sure it's not contaminated, and I'm just going to be pressing like this around, like so. And for the rest, guys, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using these alcohol swabs. You can buy these alcohol swabs on Amazon, very cheap and cost effective, and they do an amazing job. So let me just put my camera here. I'm going to move my carriage a bit. I'm going to place my camera like this so you guys can see time lapse. So now the squeegee is done. This is how it looks like. As you can see, pretty clean, and on the other side as well, looks perfect. Now what I'm doing is I'm going on my white. Make sure you change these alcohol swabs constantly. You don't want to use more than 2 sides, so I usually do 2 sides with 1 alcohol swab like this, and then I throw it out. Something like this, then throw it out, and repeat the process. Really get in those corners, guys. You want to make sure to scrub down everything as best as you can. Like so. So I generally like to do 1 pass everywhere to make sure all of the excess is off, and then I go on the other sides. So basically, after you've done all 4 corners, and then there's going to be a time lapse, guys, of the rest, I like to go on the sides here and clean all of the sides as so, and I like to pass again on top to make sure there's really nothing. I want it to be shining and looking amazing. You want to make sure to keep this surface clean every single day to keep your print heads in a pristine condition. They are quite expensive, so make sure you do this step every single night. And you can also just tap in the middle here to remove any, you know, dried up ink. I usually do something like this. And as you can see, it looks pretty good, but I'm still gonna pass one last time, remove all that excess gunk that's a bit more dried up. It's hard to tell on the camera, but there's still some stuff there. So applying some pressure and going like this. Perfect. I'm going to do a time lapse now of the 3 other heads, and you guys will see, and I'll report back once it's done. Alright guys, so now that your 4 heads, 2 heads, however many heads you have, the capping station is clean, squeegee is clean, we'll move on to this step. It's important to keep this clean on both sides if you have these little things right here. So let me just put my camera here again. Sorry for the angle, guys. I'll try to get somebody to film eventually, but this gives you guys a little visual of how to do it for now. So for this, guys, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to pass a Scott towel, Kleenex, anything just to wipe down the excess, and then we're going to remove anything that's left with the alcohol swabs once again. So I just passed my paper towel, and now I'm just going to go over with alcohol swab like this, apply some pressure, and just remove everything like this. That's perfect. Now we're going to move on to the other side. Same principle. We're just going to go ahead and wipe down. It's good. And then the rest is going to be with these alcohol swabs here. As you can see, everything comes off super easily. That's why you want to do it every single day. Keeps everything so fresh. So let's take a look. We've got this, that's clean. Now we have this, that's clean. Let's remove this. This is perfectly clean now. Final step, we're gonna go ahead and place our carriage cart over here like this. Now, super convenient, guys. You just pop this down. And I'm just taking a look underneath my cart. As I can see here, I've got some ink around it. So what I want to do, I don't want to use this around my print heads, just in case I might touch it. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using these alcohol swabs once again and removing all the excess gunk around my cart. As you can see, there's even some here. So I'm going to be cleaning this very thoroughly, and then I'll report back to you guys and show you the finished result. Alright, so there we have it, guys. As you can see, you don't need to go crazy with the cleaning. Just make sure that there's nothing touching, there's nothing like hanging down from the cart itself. What I'll be doing now is passing an alcohol swab on the 3 sides and in the middle here, just to make sure that there's nothing left, nothing dangling down that could be touching the print when it's printing. You want to avoid touching the print heads at all costs. You have your squeegee and your capping stations to touch the print heads. Try to avoid using the alcohol swabs on the print head. It's not the end of the world if you do. Just be careful, because it could cause potential damage if you're not too sure what you're doing. So now what I'm going to be doing is just passing here, here, and here with the alcohol swab, just making sure there's nothing dangling from the carriage, and we're pretty much done. And there you have it, guys. The next step, once you've cleaned underneath the cart, you've cleaned these 2 surfaces here, and you clean your capping stations and your squeegee. You just want to click enter here on your machine. The cart is going to come back in its original position, and you're pretty much done. Now tomorrow morning, the only thing you need to do is do a cleaning, nozzle test, and then you're ready to start printing. If you guys found this video somewhat helpful, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Hole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.